Welcome to Travel Uncharted. Today, we're delving into a crucial topic that affects every corner of our globe: the impact of climate change on cities worldwide. As temperatures rise and weather patterns shift, cities find themselves at the forefront of this environmental challenge. From altering landscapes to influencing daily life, the consequences are far-reaching. Let's explore how the changing climate is reshaping the urban landscapes we traverse. In our journey through Travel Uncharted, we can't ignore the alarming reality faced by cities globally. Rising sea levels and the surge in extreme weather events are posing significant threats to the very existence of some urban centers. Coastal cities are particularly vulnerable as the oceans encroach, jeopardizing infrastructure, homes, and livelihoods. Unpredictable weather patterns bring about intense storms, floods, and heat waves, leaving cities grappling with the challenge of adaptation. Join us as we uncover the tales of cities navigating these environmental perils in the ever-changing world of Travel Uncharted. 1. Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Let's talk about Amsterdam, a city that's got some unique challenges on its plate. You see, Amsterdam is part of the Low Countries, and it's cozied up near the North Sea. Sounds dreamy, right? But here's the twist: being low-lying means it's kind of like sitting in a vulnerable spot. When heavy rains or the sea decides to dance too close, Amsterdam can find itself in a bit of a pickle. The city's love affair with water comes with its own set of risks. Dutch flood defense system. Now, let's give a big shout out to the Dutch flood defense system, Amsterdam's superhero in this story. The Dutch, being the ingenious folks they are, have built a robust system to keep the water at bay. Picture this: canals zigzagging through the city, not just for Instagram-worthy boat rides, but also as part of a grand plan to manage water. Add some mighty levees into the mix. These are like giant bodyguards that stand tall, shielding Amsterdam from unruly sea levels. The Dutch know how to throw a protective arm around their city, and it's a fascinating tale of innovation and resilience. 2. Basra, Iraq. Let's zoom in on Basra, Iraq, a bustling port city that's got a unique vulnerability. You see, Basra is cozily situated along the Shatt al-Arab River. Sounds cool, right? Well, here's the twist: being a major port city means it's at the mercy of the river's moods. When heavy rains upstream or changes in river flow occur, Basra can face flooding issues. It's like living on the edge of a liquid roller coaster. So, the city's love affair with the river comes with its own set of challenges. Waterborne woes, existing disease issues in Basra. Now, let's talk about another challenge Basra faces: waterborne diseases. With its toes dipped in the Shatt al-Arab, the city encounters issues like contamination and pollution. Picture this: the river, a lifeline for the city, can also bring along unwelcome guests in the form of harmful microbes. This leads to waterborne diseases, affecting the health of the people. It's a tough situation where the very source of life becomes a potential threat. 3. Miami, Florida, USA. Let's zoom into Miami, Florida, a city that's facing a serious plot twist, disappearing due to the impacts of climate change and rising sea levels. You see, Miami's charm comes with a price tag. As global temperatures rise, ice melts, and seas swell, Miami finds itself in a bit of a squeeze. The city's low-lying coastal areas are becoming more prone to flooding, and the rising sea levels are like a slow and steady march, encroaching on Miami's neighborhoods. It's a tough reality where the very ground on which the city stands is shifting, posing a threat to its vibrant existence. Efforts to mitigate the impact in Miami. Now, let's talk solutions. Miami isn't just sitting back and watching the waters rise. The city is gearing up with efforts to tackle this challenge head-on. From constructing sea walls to elevate buildings, Miami is taking steps to adapt to the changing climate. Urban planners are working on resilient infrastructure, and there's a push toward sustainable practices to reduce the city's carbon footprint. It's like Miami is putting on its superhero cape, fighting to ensure that its future isn't entirely submerged. 4. Venice, Italy. Let's set our compass towards Venice, Italy, a city with a unique story woven into the waters of the Adriatic Sea. Picture this: Venice isn't your typical city, it's a masterpiece built on a series of islands. The city doesn't sit on solid ground like your regular metropolis. Instead, it's perched on wooden piles driven into the marshy lagoon. It's a breathtaking tapestry of canals, bridges, and historic buildings that stand on this intricate network of islands. Venice's very existence is a testament to human ingenuity, but it also brings about its own set of challenges. Venice's battle, high water and subsidence. Now, let's dive into the ongoing tale of Venice, marked by two foes, acqua alta and subsidence. Acqua alta, or high water, is like an unwelcome visitor that periodically floods the city. When tides rise, the water spills into squares and streets, creating a surreal aquatic experience. Combine this with subsidence, where the city slowly sinks due to various factors, and you've got a delicate balance. Venice is fighting a battle against time and tides, deploying innovative solutions like the MOSE project, a system of movable barriers, to shield the city from the rising waters. Join us as we unravel the story of Venice, a city living on the edge of enchantment and challenge. 5. Tokyo, Japan. Let's journey to Tokyo, Japan, a bustling metropolis with a unique vulnerability, its dense population nestled along the coast. Tokyo, like many coastal cities, faces challenges because of its compact urban landscape. With millions of people living in close quarters, the impact of natural forces can be significant. The city's bustling energy meets the relentless waves of the Pacific Ocean, creating a delicate balance that Tokyo must navigate in the face of potential risks. Tokyo's triple threat: typhoons, surges, and rising seas. Now, let's talk about the real threats Tokyo encounters: typhoons, storm surges, and the rising sea levels. Being in the Pacific's firing line, Tokyo often finds itself at the mercy of powerful typhoons. These swirling storms bring heavy rains and strong winds, leading to storm surges that can flood low-lying areas. Combine this with the ongoing rise in sea levels, and you have a cocktail of challenges. Tokyo is working hard on preparedness, from advanced warning systems to fortified infrastructure, to minimize the impact of these natural adversaries. 6. New Orleans, Louisiana, USA. Let's turn our attention to New Orleans, Louisiana, a city with a history intimately tied to the ebb and flow of water. What makes New Orleans stand out is its precarious location. A significant portion of the city lies below sea level. Picture this: it's like living in a bowl, surrounded by water on all sides. Over the years, the city has faced a constant battle against flooding, relying on an intricate system of levees and pumps to keep the water at bay. It's a tale of resilience in the face of geographic challenges that define New Orleans' unique character. Impact of Hurricane Katrina on New Orleans. Now, let's explore a defining moment in New Orleans history: Hurricane Katrina. In 2005, this powerful storm exposed the vulnerabilities of the city's flood defenses. The storm's surge breached levees, leading to widespread flooding and catastrophic damage. Neighborhoods were submerged, and thousands were displaced. The aftermath of Katrina revealed the urgent need for enhanced infrastructure and disaster preparedness. New Orleans, rising from the waters and the challenges Katrina brought, serves as a symbol of a community's strength in rebuilding and fortifying against the unpredictable forces of nature. 7. Dhaka, Bangladesh. Let's dive into Dhaka, Bangladesh, a city facing a trio of challenges that shape its narrative. First on the list is rapid urbanization. Dhaka is growing, and it's growing fast. As more people flock to the city, the demand for space and resources skyrockets. Add the annual monsoons into the mix, and you've got a recipe for urban complexities. These intense rains can turn the bustling streets into waterways, testing the city's drainage systems and infrastructure. To top it off, Dhaka sits on the banks of rivers, making it prone to river flooding during the monsoon season. It's a dynamic dance between growth, weather, and the flowing waters that weave through the city. Vulnerability of informal settlements in Dhaka. Now, let's shine a light on a specific vulnerability: the informal settlements in Dhaka. Picture neighborhoods that grew organically, without the usual planning and regulations. These areas, often housing a significant portion of the population, face heightened risks during monsoons and flooding. The lack of proper infrastructure and formal housing exposes residents to the brunt of nature's forces. Dhaka is grappling with the challenge of balancing its rapid growth while ensuring the safety and well-being of those living in these informal settlements. 8. Kiribati, entire nation. Let's journey to Kiribati, a Pacific island nation facing a heartbreaking fate: complete disappearance. Kiribati, spread across vast ocean expanses, is grappling with the harsh reality of rising sea levels. As our planet warms, the sea follows suit, encroaching upon the low-lying atolls of Kiribati. It's a ticking clock for this island nation, where the very land that sustains life is under threat. The specter of complete submersion looms, and the people of Kiribati are facing an unprecedented challenge that goes beyond adapting to change. It's about the survival of an entire nation. Sea level rise, saltwater intrusion, and relocation efforts in Kiribati. Now, let's delve into the trio of challenges haunting Kiribati: sea level rise, saltwater intrusion, and the painful process of relocation. Rising sea levels not only threaten the very existence of the islands but also lead to saltwater creeping into freshwater sources, jeopardizing drinking water and agriculture. Faced with this reality, Kiribati is confronted with the heartbreaking task of relocating its people to higher ground. It's a difficult and emotional journey, as the nation endeavors to preserve its culture and identity while confronting the sobering truth that the land they call home may soon be swallowed by the rising tides. 9. Bangkok, Thailand. In the midst of Bangkok's vibrant cityscape lies a sinking reality, intricately woven into the fabric of urban development, monsoons, and the swelling oceans. Over the past 50 years, rapid urbanization has caused this economically vital capital to sink more than 3 meters into its natural floodplains. The once muddy foundations now struggle to drain seasonal floodwaters, intensified by longer monsoons and the direct impact of rising oceans linked to our warming planet. This dual assault presents a complex challenge, as Bangkok faces the daunting prospect of managing increasingly severe floods, putting its resilience to the test. Displacement and urgent climate action in Bangkok. In Bangkok's future, a looming threat emerges: the specter of displacement and the urgent call for climate action. By 2030, parts of this sprawling city, home to over 10 million residents, could be submerged, disrupting daily life. The potential displacement of millions, already struggling below the poverty line, is a significant concern. Averting this crisis rests in the hands of world leaders. Urgent, unified policies are crucial to curb fossil fuel emissions, tackling the root causes of our warming planet. Bangkok stands at a crossroads, urging a collective commitment to preserve its future and that of its millions of inhabitants. The exploration of these cities facing the impacts of climate change on Travel Uncharted serves as a poignant reminder of the urgent need for global environmental awareness and action. The stories of vulnerability, resilience, and adaptation highlight the interconnectedness of human activities and the planet's well-being. The moral of the lesson is a call to collective responsibility, urging individuals and leaders alike to address climate challenges, implement sustainable practices, and work towards a future where cities and their inhabitants can thrive in harmony with the changing world. Subscribe to our channel for a journey filled with intriguing stories, insights, and adventures. Your support means the world to us.